came to him completely shattered by betrayal. She kept repeating the same sentence over and over. "I don't understand how they could do this to me." She wasn't crying because someone lied to her. She was crying because the person she imagined never actually existed. And Jung noticed something disturbing. The pain wasn't coming from reality itself, it was coming from the collapse of fantasy. Because deep down, the human mind does something dangerous with people it admires, loves, fears, or desires. It fills in the missing parts. You meet someone confident, and your mind assumes they are loyal. You meet someone attractive, and your mind assumes they are kind. You meet someone who understands you emotionally once, and suddenly you start building an entire personality around them that was never truly there. Most people are not in relationships with others. They are in relationships with projections. And eventually, reality arrives like a knife, not loudly, quietly, in delayed replies, in disrespect disguised as jokes, in sudden distance after you stop being useful, in the strange feeling that someone only values you when you are emotionally available to them. You've probably felt this before without fully admitting it. That moment when you slowly realize the version of someone inside your head feels warmer than the real person standing in front of you. That realization changes you, because once you see it, you start noticing how often people perform versions of themselves depending on who they are around. The loyal friend around you becomes a different person in another room. The nice person suddenly turns cruel when they gain social power. The person who said they loved honesty becomes defensive the moment you speak honestly. And the unsettling part is this: most people are not consciously pretending. They genuinely believe they are the mask they perform. Carl Jung believed every human being carries a shadow, the hidden part of themselves they refuse to acknowledge. And the more someone avoids confronting that shadow, the more artificial their personality becomes. That's why some people feel strangely empty after you know them long enough, because eventually the performance starts glitching, the mask slips, and for 1 second you see the insecurity underneath the charm, the envy underneath the support, the control underneath the affection. People don't fear being seen. They fear being seen completely. And maybe that's why the moment you stop romanticizing people feels so unsettling. Because you realize how much of your suffering came from loving illusions your own mind created for them. After that realization, something subtle begins changing inside you. You stop listening only to words. You start studying patterns, and patterns reveal things people spend their entire lives trying to hide. You notice how some people only become affectionate when they feel you pulling away, how respect suddenly appears after distance, how attention increases the moment you stop chasing it. It becomes impossible not to see. Human behavior is deeply reactive. Most people don't value what is present. They value what feels difficult to secure. That's why kindness is often ignored until it disappears. Kindness without boundaries quietly teaches people how to use you. And the frightening part is how early this conditioning begins. In school, you probably saw it without understanding it. The quietest student becoming the target simply because they tolerated disrespect. The confident person receiving admiration despite treating others poorly. The one who constantly sacrificed for everyone slowly becoming invisible, as if human beings unconsciously organize themselves around power long before morality enters the picture. Carl Jung believed that what people reject in themselves gets projected onto others. And once you understand projection, social life becomes psychologically disturbing. The insecure accuse others of seeking attention. The dishonest obsess over loyalty. The controlling call themselves protectors. The people most terrified of abandonment often become the ones who emotionally suffocate others. Everyone reveals themselves eventually, not through confession, through repetition. That's why awareness changes your relationships forever. You stop judging isolated moments and begin observing consistent behavior over time. And consistency exposes reality. The friend who only contacts you during emotional crises. The person who subtly competes with you in every conversation. The relationship